we are going to see the networking. What do you mean by networking? We are going to see what is network and how you connected to a network, types of network, all those things we are going to see in today's class. Are you ready? Yes. So the chapter name is Networking Part 1, Session 18. So today's contents are components of a network, types of network, network hardware, network models, structure of a network, and internet terms. These are the contents that we are going to cover it in today's session. Okay. So before getting into the topic, let us just know few examples about networking. Now I'm going to ask you few questions like, do you have friends? So you know you will have class friends, or you might have your neighborhood friends or childhood friends. So you have many types, like different type of friends you will have, right? Okay. So now these friends, how do you meet? When you go to school, you will have your friends, and that is your school network. And coming to this, your home neighborhood network. And when you go out of station, relative network. So like these, so many places you will have friends, and all those friends will be connected to you. So those connection, we call it as a network, right? So have you seen a spider web, how it is connecting all those lines? Have you seen that? Yes. So all the places where it is connected to you are, for example, Sumit. So Sumit has so many friends in different circles, but all together he has only one contact connection, either through telephone or through some social medias. He will have connection with all the friends. Okay, so that connection we call here as network. You can create your own network, either that may be your friends, or you can create your own network through system basis. So now we'll come into the system language. Like, did you know that the computer lab in your school is one such example of computer network? Yes, you may find computers in the computer lab, but only one single printer. You can use the lone printer from any computer in the lab. How is that possible? The answer is networking. So all the computers in the lab are part of a network. So the printer is also connected to the network. You can use it from any computer. So for example, if you want to give a print in first system, but the printer is connected to all 30 systems, even you can give a printout. The second system also, the person who is sitting next to you can also give a printout. So everything, all 30 systems which gives a print, only one printer is taking it out. How it is possible? How is it possible? Because all the systems are connected to printer. That is called network. Either it may be connected through cables or telephone lines or through satellites. So these are the ways that connect computers and other devices on a network. Yes, children, did you guess the topic today what we are going to see? Yes, today we are going to see the network, how the network is connected. So contents. First we are going to see components of a network. So components of a network, what are the components we are going to see? First is message. Message means what? To your friends you will have sent a message, right? Like hi, how are you? Those messages we call it as information. For the communication purpose you send message. Either it can be text, numbers, pictures, sounds, or videos. Sender. So sender is going to receive the information what you send. Okay. And receiver. So sender means who is going to send the message, and receiver who is going to receive the message. What is meant by medium? Medium means when a person sends a message, it travels through some connection. That connection we call it as medium. Either it may be physical path or optical cable or copper wire. Through that, you will transmit the data from one place to another place. That is called medium. Okay. And next we are going to see types of network. This is the example for components of a network. So one place to another place is sending information through cables, and that is called medium. And next is types of network. Okay. So types of a network, you know already what are the types. First type will be personal area network. Second one, local area network. Third, campus area network. Metropolitan area network. Wide area network. Okay. So first one is personal area network. What do you mean by personal area? Personal means you will use it for your own purpose. Individual and covers a very small area. For example, Bluetooth. So Bluetooth is only 10-meter distance it can cover the range. So we call Bluetooth as an best example because it has a short range wireless personal area network. Understood? Bluetooth is also found in devices such as computers, mobile phones and speakers, so on. Bluetooth devices contains a small low power radio transmitters and receivers. So that's why we call Bluetooth as a best example for personal area network. Understood? Yes. And now we are going to see local area network. Local area network means, so you consider you are in a first floor in your school. Okay. But your laboratory is in second floor. Each and every classroom has a single smart class system. So the laboratory has the complete control server control. From your laboratory, you will have the connection to your class. How is it possible? Through local area network. Through one place, one server, you may connect it to different floors. Okay. So this we call it as within the building or within the office or within the school. If you give connection from one server, that is called local area network. And next one is wide area network. What do you mean by wide area network? The meaning of wide itself is wide, a spreaded one. So all over the country, if you have the connection either through satellite or you will have some tower. Okay. So first the satellite link will be there. The satellite will receive and it will just pass it to many areas. Okay. Through ISP, Internet Service Provider, you will pass it to either government or city or campus or enterprise. To all the places through towers you will pass the signal. That is called wide area network. Okay. And next one is wireless area network. So this wireless area network we don't have in syllabus, but I would like to tell you what is wireless area network also. You know what is LAN, local area network, right? So the same way you will have some router. So that router will just send the signals to your base stations, and that base stations will be giving you signals to all the devices. That is called wireless local area network. Okay. And campus area network. What do you mean by campus area network? So campus area network means it covers a group of buildings. So which you take one college. A college is a campus. So in that campus you will have 4 or 5 blocks. So you will take engineering. If you take engineering college, it will first you will be IT building, CSE building, and electronics building. Like that you will have different departments. To all the departments you will have one server, and that server will just give you the connection to all the blocks. That is called campus area network. Understood? So now we are going to see the next topic is Network hardware. So network hardware means what? What do you mean by hardware first? All the peripherals, you call it as surrendered to the computer, we call it as hardware, right? So what is network hardware? So which is related to network, that we call it as network hardware. For example, cables, which is connected to computer, but it is network cable. So we use network cable to receive the internet, okay? And network interface called NIC, which comes under the network cable. So NIC is very, very important to connect to a internet, and that are fixed inside the computer. So you will not able to see the NIC. And next one is modem. Have you all have internet in your home? Either wireless or wired? Yes. So modem. Modem means you will have that modem to receive the internet through ISP and gives it to your computer. For example, modem means MOD, that stands for modulator. DEM, that stands for demodulator. MOD means modulator. Okay. DEM means demodulator. So this is the full form of modulator and demodulator. And now a modem is a device that converts digital information into analog and vice versa. This is needed for data transmission. Understood? And coming to hub, the next one is hub. So it is a small, simple and inexpensive electronic device that joins multiple computers together. For example, the job of a hub is to send out anything that comes in through one port to all the ports. So if a message comes in through one port for computer A, the hub sends it to all the other computers connected via different ports. That is called hub. Okay. So take example server. Server in your in browsing centers, there will be one person sitting in front of a computer, and you will take different computers to your work. And what happens if you want to take a printout? You will just send it from your system, but the person is sitting over there will take the printout for you. And next one, he will just give the simply shareable mode and you can take the printout. And the same way, all the computers which is connected to that particular server, he will have the control. So that is called hub. Okay. And now you will have next one is switch. What do you mean by switch? So hub means it is like sending all the information. Switch means it is also as a similar function to a hub, but more efficiently it pays attention to the traffic that comes across it. Okay, all the computers which needs to send the information at a time and receive the information at a time. What happens at that time? So there will be a traffic, right? So a switch identifies the sender and receiver of the message. This means that if a message is for computer A, the switch will send it out to the port on which computer A is connected. So unlike the hub, it will not broadcast the message to every port. When computer A responds to the message, the switch sends that message just to the receiver. It goes exactly to that particular receiver. And gateway. What is gateway? As the name suggests, it is the hardware device that acts as a gate between two networks. Okay. So between two networks, it acts as a gate. Okay. And you all know now what are these? What are the purpose of these network hardwares? Okay. Next is network models. What is network models? So you will find different connected devices and computers in your home or either in your school. So the network is further connected to the internet. How these devices are connected depend. You know already how it is connected. Okay. So now the network is further connected to the internet. How these devices are connected depends on the device or design or model used. So the most common model is called client server model. So we are going to see the first one as client server model. Okay, there's a mistake here. 1 minute. That is client server model. Okay, this is client server model. continue. So this is network model, client server model. In that first we are going to see what is server. So a server means stores data that is to be shared by all the computers on the network. For example, there is a central computer which is connected to all the computers, that is called server. And what do you mean by client? So clients always rely on servers. So clients rely on servers. The workstations connected to the server in the network are called clients. Workstation. So a computer connected to a network is called a workstation. Peer-to-peer model. What is peer? The next person who's sitting next to the person who's sitting next to you, or the system which is next to you, those systems or those networks, those persons, we call it as peer. So peer-to-peer is another common network model. There is no central server in a peer-to-peer network. So each workstation on the network shares its files equally with the others. Okay. So each workstation acts as a client. There is no server here. Each and every system acts as a client here. We are going to see the structure of a network. First, we saw network model, network hardware. Now we are going to see a structure of a network. So what does the structure looks like? So how many types we have the network structure, that we are going to see it now. So first, we are going to see bus topology. Second, star topology, ring topology. Okay. So what is bus topology? First, let me ask you, what is bus? Have you ever traveled in bus? Yes, you would have traveled, right? So how the bus structure looks like normally? So you will have left side and right side. Right side, to your right side you will have seats, and left side also you will have so many seats, and in between you will have one platform, the person who stands in that platform, right? So the same way here, even in this bus topology, you will have left side and right side. The systems will be arranged in left and right sequence. In between, the transmission of data will be through a platform. So that is this structure we call it as bus topology. Okay, so now you got at least an idea for bus topology. Now I'm going to tell you first the meaning of network topology. You know what is network? Connection of, or the connection of many systems. We call it together, we call it as a network. Now the physical layout of the connected devices, the physical layout of connected devices in a particular network, we call it as network topology. You understood? So the systems here we call it as nodes. Node, N-O-D-E-S. Okay, and for exchanging information from one system to another system, so we call it as network topology. And now a node can be a computer here, and other electronic devices also can act as a node. Okay, like printer, scanner, anything it can be which shares the information. Okay, and now we are going to see what is the meaning of bus topology. So you know what is bus. I explained you what is bus. Okay, and now here I'm going to tell you what is bus topology. All the network devices or nodes which are connected to a single cable, a single platform, we call it as bus topology. Okay, and now the advantage of this network topology, what you can say, it is easy to set up as all the devices to a main network cable. And also we have one small disadvantage too. The main network cable, if it breaks, the whole network breaks down. That is the disadvantage here. The control of the bus is with the driver. If the driver collapses there, and all the system collapses, that is the problem here. Okay, and now next I'm going to tell you what is ring topology. Okay, you would have, are you wearing a ring? You know what is ring, right? So the same way, the computers which are connected in a ring structure, we call it as ring topology. And all the systems are dependent on each other. So if one system gets failure, the next system fails. So one advantage is the communication flows in only one direction, like clockwise direction. But one disadvantage is if one device fails, the entire network breaks down. The same way of bus topology. Okay, there will not be any connection between the other devices. Next is star topology. Star topology, where it is connected like hub, one central device, and in that central device you will have all other systems connected. So here we have one advantage. Can you guess what is the advantage? So if there is any one single system failure, it doesn't affect the other system. That is the major advantage of star topology. You can fix the faulty connection here. Any fault happens to the system, you can connect it in that particular system, you can just make it recover. But if you see the hub which is connected to all the system, if there is any problem with the hub, then all the system gets failure. So that is a problem in this star topology. You understood about all the topologies, right? Okay, very good. And now we are going to see the terms related to the internet. What is the terms related to internet? So we have, means you know what is internet? International network, which is connected to all the servers. And now I'm going to tell you few terms which are related to internet. For example, intranet, okay, web page, website, web portal, link, hyperlink, hypertext, URL, bandwidth, ISP, IP address, and DNS. Okay, and now I'm going to explain you what is intranet first. It is a private network. Now you know what is internet, which is connected to all over the world. But intranet is a private network of computers which belongs only to that particular company. Now if I'm owning a building, only I can have that intranet connection, and that cannot be shared with out of the building. So if I am just owning an organization, okay, so only that particular organization will have that intranet connection, and that cannot be shared with other building. So likewise, it is a private network of computers belonging to an organization or company. It can be accessed only by the employees who work in that particular company. Okay, and coming to web page. Now let me ask you, if I give you a task to complete it on means through internet, what you will do first? As soon as you open your system, you'll go to web browser and you'll open the first page you see on the screen, that is called web page. Once you open the web browser, the page which you see, that is called web browser. Okay, and coming to website. Now I'm asking you to search animal pictures, or let me say in particular, like create one Google account. What you will do? You will just go to www.gmail.com, then you will create an account, right? That we call it as website. And what is web portal? It is specially designed website, a single point of access to multiple services. Like you can search, you can do online shopping, you can also just email and so on. Best example is Google. Okay, and in Google you have Gmail also, you can shop, you can have all videos through YouTube, and all those things you will have in that particular web portal. We call it as web portal. And what is link? Now you're watching some interesting information in YouTube, you want to share it to your friends. How you will just share the information? without downloading the video. You will be sharing the YouTube link by clicking on share button, and then you will share it to your friends. Am I right? So that sharing portion we call it as link. That is called link. Okay, a connection from one word or picture or other subject to another. And now, what is hyperlink? Hyperlink means it is an highlighted text or graphic image on a web page. Suppose if you are searching in an information in Google, so many, for example, I want to search like, uh, I'm searching it like hyperlink itself. First, it shows me some blue color lines. Under that blue color lines, so many, under that blue color line, so many information will be given. But once I click on that blue color line, what happens? It connects me to some other web page. It opens a new web page, right? That is called hyperlink. And what is hypertext? Hypertext means the text on which a hyperlink is created, that we call it as hypertext. And finally, I'll show you what are these things through online itself. Now, I'll just explain what is it. And URL. What is URL? It is also similar like link only, but to the exact location. Now, I am searching a particular car, Maruti car. I'm searching it and I got a fantastic color, red color Maruti car. I wanted to share this information to my friend, exactly the same color car picture. How can I do that? And I cannot download it. I don't want to download the picture and send it to him. Instead, I want to show him all the pictures, whatever I'm seeing right now on the screen. So the procedure is, you will be going to the web address and click on that web address completely. You will just copy the link and you will send it to your friend, so that your friend exactly will come to the page where you are looking at now. So the person can see the exact picture what you are looking at on on online on spot. Okay, so that is called URL, where the expansion of URL is Uniform Resource Locator. Okay, and what is bandwidth? So bandwidth means it refers to a maximum amount of data. So when you're using your internet, you're just listening to the online class and you will be searching some information or you're playing some games. At that time, your internet speed is slow. Immediately, if you see the problem, what is the problem? Means the internet speed has been reduced due to your sharing of internet, or your internet megabits per second, which means Mbps might be less. Okay, so it is measured in Mbps and Gbps. So if your internet speed is slow, that is because of Mbps and Gbps. And bandwidth refers to the maximum amount of data that can be sent in a fixed amount of time. It is mostly measured in units or bits, such as Mbps or Gbps. Now you understood? Okay. So now at last I'm going to tell you about ISP. What is ISP? Okay. So before this, I'll just ask you, if you go to class, the computer class has been started and you're going to listen to the teacher. So if the lesson, once the lesson starts, who's sharing you the information about the lesson? The teacher. Through the teacher, you will be receiving all the information. You will prepare the information and you will be writing the exam, right? So likewise, here, if you want to use the internet service provider will be providing you the internet. We call him as internet service provider. So that internet service provider might means that internet service provider are Airtel, Reliance, Vodafone are the examples of ISP. Understood? Okay. So let me ask you, what is IP address? You all know what is IP address, right? Each and everyone have a unique name. Like this, even your systems have its own name that we call it as IP address. What is the full form of IP? Internet Protocol. Okay. So this is IP address. Now I'm going to show you all these things through online. So listen carefully and I'll give you a task as a activity also. Okay. You will be doing that activity and posting it in GCR. Okay, children. Now I'm going to show you through online. Now listen carefully. I'm going to show you first what is web page. Now what did I do here? I've just typed Google. So what you're seeing on the screen, that is called web page. Okay. Now I'm going to show you what is a website. Okay. Website is a collection of related web pages. We call it as website. You can just go to any website to know your information. Just I'm going to type here computer. Let me see how many websites it is going to display for us. See here I got one website, Wikipedia. This is one website. Okay. And another website here, another one I got Britannica. This is also one more website where I can take the information about computer. Okay. Now you all understood what is website, right? Web portal. Now in Google, I've just typed all the information, but it is giving me the information as text. And here can you see shopping, images, books, maps, and if you want, you can go to videos and more. Okay, this all the things I can take it in one particular area itself. That is called web portal. Okay, Google is one of the web portal. And now I'm going to show you link. Okay, what is link? Link means if you're going to share some information to your friends, you can just copy this and send it to your friends. This is called link. You can say it is also web address or you can also say it as link. And now I'm going to show you hyperlink. Look at this. If I just move the cursor here, what it is showing you? Computer, Wikipedia, and below that one line is given. So one line is given, right? That means if I click onto this particular computer, it takes me to a new page. Okay. So that is called hyperlink. Understood? Now I'm going to show you what is hypertext means. A text which is given for that particular hyperlink is called hypertext. You know now. URL. I'm going to show you what is URL. Okay. I want to search a particular image. Car image. I'm just clicking onto that car image. I'm going to particular images. Once I type car, it takes me to the information page. And then I'm going to images. And after going to images, I'm selecting one red color car. Once I select that red color car, it is showing me that particular car. Once again, I'm clicking onto that and it is taking me to that particular car page. So now here, this is the place where I need exactly that particular red color car. I want this to be shared to my friends. So I'm just clicking on this web address, which I call it as URL. Okay, can you see the information here? Best course for 2020 it is given. So exactly to that particular page, if you go, that is called URL. Okay, and this is all about your terms related to internet. By this, the chapter is over, and now you are going to try all these informations in your computer and you will be saying what you have tried so far. Understood, children? Okay. And let me go to the presentation once again. Now you all know what is internet terms. Hope you understood clearly. Thank you, children. We'll meet you in next video. Prepare well. Thank you.